What's up, guys? Welcome to Munchkins Gaming, where we take your gaming to the next level. This is Munchkins logging in to bring you another The City of Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video. And in this video, we're going to be going through the Power and Magic's CHASM Rising EX fight. So, in this particular fight, you do not have to have a very high score. All you need is the minimum score of 140,000 points, I believe. And that should net you all the rewards that you need for this event. So, in this particular fight, I switched out my LVL and switched to Beatrix. And I did have a... Now I do have a LVL support. And as for my summon, I picked Bahamut. Now, I did need to change things up for this particular fight. It's just LVL didn't have the longevity that I really wanted. Although I was pretty close in beating it, to be honest. And at one point I did. It's just that I didn't get the 140,000 points. So I thought I'd mix it up and bring Beatrix in this particular fight. She is a magic damage dealer as well, so, and I do believe that she has more longevity than LVL, but that's up for debate. It's really up to you guys. But the main strategy for this one is obviously Vanille is the key. So Vanille can dispel a lot of the buffs, and she can put debuffs as well. And Eiko is there for the healing. So let's go through this fight wave by wave and play by play. So my first play is putting the Saint Cloth up, so for defensive purposes. And if you guys didn't see really early on, because I had to restart this fight because of bad RNG, the boss did have the first turn and it broke my character straight away. And basically, don't worry about the Brave that the boss will get. If you want to set up, you can set up. Its first attack will be, well, its second attack at this point is still going to be a brave attack, so don't have to worry about that. I just put the D-Protect on, get an HP damage up, and go for the HP regen for more max brave. And in hindsight, I could have used Smite there, or I could have just used a brave attack so I didn't get broken, but I did have two more characters here, and I thought I will use Thunder Slash to reduce that brave down, and it almost did break the boss in one shot. And I do have just did a brave attack there and another brave attack so I don't get broken. Now, just a quick tip for you guys: for each wave, I would suggest to spend about 3 or 4 abilities per character. If you can limit that to 3, that would be great. If you can't, then that's okay too, but just make sure that you try to lower your ability usage by those amounts. 3 or 4 is great. Try to take advantage of your Brave Attack Plus and your HP Attack Plus. And yeah, that full power in the face, that wasn't pretty. But to be honest, I wasn't too worried about that. You will get that full power every now and then, and that's what happened in the previous one. Just restart if your character dies from the full power. In all honesty, Eiko's HP regen should be enough to get your HP back up, plus her HP attack plus gives you around about 1,000 HP back as well. So I'm already halfway through, and I spent two abilities on Eiko and 2 abilities as well on Beatrix, which is great for me. If you are planning to use Vanille and that D-Protect, just don't go crazy on the D-Protect, and just try to limit it to the point where it only has 1 turn left, and then you reapply that so you can get Vanille's her ability where she gets more brave when the boss is debuff or any monster is debuff. So I went for a D-spell here. I don't really want to deal with those buffs, and that proves that I didn't really get broken there as well. So in here I went for a smite. I really want to get this over and done with. I'm getting quite high on the turns now. I'm on the 20s, so a bit of a time limit. I think for the EX fight I went with like 25-ish, but in this case I went for the HP regen. Now the reason why I did that is I just wanted to get rid of the boss, get it over and done with. However, if the turn order was a little bit different, I would have probably just used a brave attack there and try to conserve more of my abilities, but that wasn't the case. So there we go. So in this one, in my head, my plan was really to swap Beatrix out for Lael, but that didn't really happen. So I went with Vanille to swap out with Vanille because I felt like, well, this boss doesn't really get debuff from Vanille's debuffs, so it is immune to attack down and defense down. So I thought, well, maybe I'll switch Vanille out, which I feel like was the better choice. So Field Burst, just to apply a debuff, and this debuff actually will help your Vanille out as well, because Vanille cannot apply any of her debuffs, therefore she won't get that extra max brave from her aura. So having this debuff last for 10 turns is actually gonna help your Vanille, which is quite interesting, to be honest. In here I went for a Saint Cloth, just got the defensive buffs up, plus I really wanted to take advantage, obviously, of Lael's chase mechanic, and that's what happened here. Lucky. So good amount of damage. I felt like, honestly, I could have done an HP attack there, but I thought I'll just break it and see what I can do. And in this case, I was like, do I do Brave Attack or Thunder Slash? I just went for a Thunder Slash just to check how much damage I could deal, and it was kind of crap. Let's be honest, that was a crap damage because of the buffs that the boss has. Honestly, one more thing with the boss's buffs, I'm not too worried about the first buff. It's the second one that's really annoying, because it's gonna keep gaining like 15,000 HP each turn. So that's the one you really want to like take off. This one, not so bad. It's a Brave Regent, plus it's a higher defense, so I'm not too worried because I am using chase mechanics here really well. And I do believe I got it to nearly red HP by the time I was finished with it. So I ended up just using Brave Attack there because Thunder Slash was not doing anything. Some Brave damage, and of course gonna have to use Energy Gain. It's just the best way to do it. So I'm gonna go skip ahead here, and as you can see, my Vanille still has 24,000. If the debuff is not there, then I do believe Vanille's stuck at 14k, which is pretty low. So nearly red, nearly dead, and I do believe I used this spell to get rid of the second. Oh, sorry, here he goes. Clay Protect. That's the one you really want to get rid of. You don't want that. You don't want to deal with that. Eiko almost died, but it happens. Here, that was my mistake there. I used an HP attack instead. I should have gotten rid of it. And now I'm sort of like stuck, and it regained like 15,000 HP, which is not ideal. So that was my bad there. I did use the spell this time around, and without its defensive buffs, it's pretty much easy to take down. And I do believe Eiko gets the finishing kill. And now it's time for the third wave, which with the 2 mannequins and the Queen Lamia. In this case, I was like, okay, I think I'll try not to use my summon here, but I ended up using it. I really wanted to use it in the last one, but I do believe the third phase is probably the best place to use it. In that turn, I was like, maybe an HP attack plus of Beatrix can break it, but I was wrong. It has 258 left, which is why I had to use the summon straight right after this. So I was like, all right, I'll debuff this and see how I go. And that alluring kiss is a pain, so I had to wait, basically. Where in this position, I was like, okay, this is a bad position. I really need to summon here. I have no choice but to do it. And yeah, wasted 1 turn and summon. Come on, I know you're gonna summon. there's no way you're not gonna summon in that position. So here we are. I was like, okay, I have a ton of Max Brave. Actually, Brother can work well here too, just to let you guys know. And I'm gonna take advantage of Deep Protect. And Deep Protect actually gives a ton of Brave, like Brave battery wise, to all my characters, which is really nice. So I went with HP regen there, and then I'm gonna use Deep Protect as well again because I still have 4. Honestly, I wanted to have 2 Dispels and 2 Deep Protects for the last wave in order for me to make sure that Vanille is topped up when it comes to her Max Brave, and to dispel those buffs if I need to. You can alternate it as well if you want. You can use Deep Protect, and then in the next set of buffs, then just do your dispel. It's really up to you. So in here, I went for the HP attack, and I know the Lamia will use Rise or Arise, but her turn is quite far away, and I opt out to try and kill it in this particular case. And I felt confident to actually kill it, and there it goes. So no problem. The mannequin is pretty easy to deal with. It's basically, I'm not gonna use my my EX attack there, so just, you know, HP attacks, and I'm almost back to max HP again. And the final boss is this snake thing. Okay, so honestly, this is probably the easiest wave. All you have to do here is alternate your Deep Protect and your Dispel, and you should be golden. And I didn't use my EX attack there again. See, I still had 3 Deep Protects, so I was really confident at the end of the fight. I was like, this is gonna be cruisy. I don't care if you use Black Thunder. I can recover from it. I still have 1 HP regen, which will last for like 12 turns. I was really confident. I didn't mind getting HP attack as long as I didn't get, like, you know, 2 HP attacks in a row. Just like when this happened, I was like, oh my god, is it gonna do it? Is it gonna do it? And then it went for Black Thunder for the second one, which is fine. Nearly killed Beatrix, but it's fine. I can get back those HP straight away. So do an HP attack, get some HP back, and this time I'm gonna go for the Dispel, and it does do an HP attack now. So in here, basically, I don't know what else to tell you guys, because if you're in this position, you should be golden. So again, I was like, okay, I'll just use this. I don't care if I get broken, because this boss is weak to magic attacks, and all my characters are magic based. Plus I have Deep Protect up. Honestly, I can pretty much one shot and make sure it's broken unless it has over 10k. You know, Brave, I can just use a Brave attack and break it. So really confident here, and I was like, okay, I'll use another D protect, and Beatrix will get the killing blow with Clim Hazard. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope it helps you out clearing this EX fight. As you guys can see, I still have quite a ton of abilities left over, just the longevity of things. I feel like Beatrix did a much better job than Lael, and there you go, 175,000 points. Really great. Remember to click like, subscribe, and share this video if you find it helpful at all. As always, I like to hear from you guys. If you have a different team, let me know down in the comments below. And good luck, and I wish you guys all the best. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and on Facebook. This is Munchkins logging off, and I'll see you guys in the next level.